Hey guys, Nathan Brendan Masters. It's been a while. As you probably know, some of you probably know, I've been working on Kickstarter projects. We just finished Zombie Girl Ravenous Remastered, and we have a lot of stuff coming for 2024. I'm doing the second issue of Curse Risen, Communion of the Fallen. That's going to be the last issue in that series. You guys know that is the book I did with AI using the Wumbo Dream app, and I'm going to be moving into Curse Risen Unification, which I'm actually going to be drawing, as well as Breeder, which is another Curse Risen story. Both of those are actually already drawn. I'm going to be adding pages and reworking some of that stuff. And I'm going to have Breeder re-inked the same way we did with Zombie Girl Ravenous. And if you remember, Breeder was a part of the Ultimate Control story, but I'm going to break that book up and let each of those ladies have their own space and stories. So we're going to move forward on that. You may have noticed that I'm actually drawing digitally again, which I haven't done in years now. I would say probably like a year or two. I don't think it's been that long. I'm just kind of playing around, but I'm using a Huion Canvas GT 191. I don't think I have to say I haven't been paid for this or any of that. I mean, this thing's what, 6 or 7 years old now. But this is a monitor drawing tablet, and it's my first monitor drawing tablet. As you guys know, I did have the old Huion Gigano, the original Gigano, the big one. I loved that thing, but I never actually got to use it because once I kind of set up to do, to actually do digital art, I ended up having a hard shift back to traditional art. I actually ended up doing a whole ink wash comic and it's like a lot of stuff. But right now I'm kind of back to where I was originally, which is working between digital and paper. What I used to do, I would draw something on paper. Sometimes I would draw a whole page on paper. Another time I would do a whole page on computer. Then sometimes I would draw something and then scan it into the computer and make it its own thing. It was like a lot of that type of stuff happening, and I'm back in that space now. And this thing is going to be very helpful in doing that. I'm really floored by the way this thing works. Like I said, I had the Gigano. It was different because you had to look up at the monitor, or you had to look up at your art to see what it was while you're drawing. You got to get your hand and eye coordination down. With this, you're just drawing right on the screen. Now, the issue that I did have with this and still have with it a little bit is what they call the parallax, which is where your pen touches versus where the cursor moves. It's off a little bit, and it's not horrible. Like, you get used to it, but it's not like the iPad where you put your pen down and it's right there. So that's a little bit to get used to, but everything else is working real nice. And I actually ended up getting another tablet as well. That was another Huion, and that was the Inspiroy Q11K. I got that one. And let me say, this is the best time to get these tablets. They are older tablets. You can get them super cheap in some places. I'll put an affiliate link in the description to the Inspiroy because I got it for $50. I think it's going to go back up after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever the deal is. So you may want to jump on that. I got the GT 191 off of eBay a while ago for about $100. So that was a good deal as well. And something you may not know, but the pen from the Inspiroy actually works with the 191. So that worked out really well. I got the Inspiroy for in case I want to travel or I just want to do some art from my bed. I could just use the Inspiroy instead of this. And the Inspiroy I can just hook up to my 2012 MacBook Pro. Yes, I still have that. And I'll probably be keeping that around until I get a new MacBook Pro. And I probably won't be getting a new MacBook Pro until this stuff starts making some money. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. In fact, I'll say this. You guys know I have the M1 MacBook Air. I run the whole channel off the M1 MacBook Air. And this is working flawlessly, to be honest with you. So I might not even get that for a while. I'm actually even thinking about the 15-inch MacBook Air maybe instead, you know, just or maybe even the Mac Mini. Mac Studio comes to mind if I get back into filmmaking. So I'm doing comics, which I do plan to get back into filmmaking. So the way I'm looking at this is I'm gonna be really busy with things for a while. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If you're in the market for a Wacom, look at some of these tablets, some of these Huion tablets. I mean, you can go on YouTube. Everyone talks about Huion and how good they are. They are good. There are some features that they're missing. But if you know, from the Wacom tablets, which I've never used a Wacom tablet. If you've never used a Wacom tablet, you probably won't miss these features. There's nothing I've seen on here so far that would make this not be something that you could use for professional stuff. You know, I don't see anything on here that would, you know, stop you from drawing anything here. Me personally, I don't, some of these programs I don't really know, like Clip Studio Paint. I'm just getting into that. I just actually bought Clip Studio Paint to kind of jump into that and figure it out and everything. But right now I'm using Pixelmator, and that works just fine. I don't know if I'm going to be doing actual comic books on here or just doing, you know, covers, or, you know, sometimes just doing extra work, you know, extra artwork that you know, sometimes you'll do a panel or you'll do a book and then you want to do some extra stuff and kind of lay it over that paneling. You know, you've seen that in Image. You know, they do that in Spawn a lot, and they used to do it in some of the Jim Lee books and stuff like that. Like they'll have a page and then, you know, just have a kind of a bigger piece of art laid over that. You know, and there's a lot of interesting stuff you can do by just kind of doing everything in, you know, just doing it digitally. Obviously, you can just kind of do the stuff instead of having to scan it in. You know, it saves a lot of time because, you know, every time I draw something on paper, of course, I have to take it to the computer. I have to take it to the printer, scan it in, all that stuff, which I don't mind. You know, I have a big, you know, one of the big scanners, so I can scan in 11 by 17 papers, and I actually draw smaller. I don't know if you've ever seen, I have a specific paper that I use for my drawing. I draw at a smaller size, but it's big enough to get all the detail and stuff in there. So with this, you don't even have to worry about all of that because you can zoom in and get the detail in there and everything. So I'm just kind of really learning how to get this thing down, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. You know, check out the Huion tablets. If you don't want to take it from me, there's a ton of reviews about this specific tablet on YouTube, and I checked it out before I got it. So go ahead, check it out. They're at a good price now. eBay, Amazon, the prices are right. So go ahead and grab them. The $191 you're going to have to get off of eBay. If you're specifically looking for a monitor tablet, I'll put an affiliate link for the 13, not the Pro, just the regular 13. That was the cheapest one I saw from Huion, and that one was $209, again, Black Friday. So, you know, but I would check eBay first. When it comes to the pen tablets, the prices are running about the same on eBay and Amazon. They're generally inexpensive, so that's good. Other than that, you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. If I don't get back to you before then, hasta.